Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Last video of the day here. Tell you guys, send me more, of course. I whine like a little whiny crybaby, but I do appreciate all the business. And if you want to send me your business, because all the advice, basically, there's so many taglines I can use, so many say, you know, but the original one is, want to be lied to, hire a regular consultant. Want the truth, hire an asshole. But there's the other one, whose advice did you follow? Were they nice and kind to you and smiley and happy? Were they your parents and your guidance counselors and teachers and your professors? How'd that work out for you? Whose advice did you follow? Do you think maybe it's time you change whose advice you follow? Hire me. Hire an asshole. Follow an asshole. Something. We'll work out the details later. Anyway, go to assholeconsulting.com. Send your questions and money to me. God almighty, what now? Fucking Jesus Christ. I drive a Dodge. It's a loud Hemi. Here, my name is, I'll leave you out of this. And you have my permission to use this in a video request if you choose so. But I would much rather prefer a video even and an extra cost. Yes, I do charge extra for them. So what's up, asshole? Big fan and loved your book, Worthless. That being said, I will try to make this as brief as possible because you just written an entire paragraph that you could have just skipped. On second thought, fuck that. I love your longer videos, so let's get this bitch poppin'. I just read them, folks. I just read them. Just a little bit about myself. I'm 17 years old and about to turn 18 in April. I live in a nice suburb outside of Boston. I'm finishing up my senior year in high school. I have a job at a pizza shop as a driver for about 7 months and make roughly $15 an hour with tips included. It's all under the table. Oh man, you're making more than any one of your average college graduates. That's great. And it's like, I thought about driving pizza. How fun would that be, being a pizza delivery? But I looked into it one time, and I think it was like Domino's or Little Caesars. And yeah, I'll drive around. I'll listen to the talk radio. I'll listen to podcasts. And I know, you know, the Twin Cities real well. Well, you have to start at the chat. You got to earn that. Ah, fuck you, then. I'm not going to be a fucking janitor or a fucking pizza artist. Do you want a delivery boy or not? It's kind of sad nowadays that the delivery boys, that's like high ranked. It's That being said, money is not an issue for college, as my parents will be paying for most of it as long as I maintain a 3.5 GPA or higher. So don't kick my ass so hard for my parents paying for college. No, I'm gonna kick their ass hard for paying your way through college. That's not, you're gonna miss out on a huge important life lesson. I hope you appreciate what they're doing, because I think they're spoiling you. Oh, where'd we go? I think it's almost justifiable if I am performing well. Don't you agree? No, I don't agree, because that's not the definition of self-reliance. You go to college, you pay for your own education. And I'm sorry, you're talking to a guy who went to school full-time and worked full-time. So, no, I don't agree. I have roughly $3,000 for myself and a car, and my parents pay for insurance. I plan on making even more money over the summer, and if calculated, I will probably make, if everything goes well, another $5K. I fucked around freshman and sophomore year, paid for my crimes with a GPA of only 2.7 in high school. Now I know that I attend a public high school where almost all classes are a cakewalk, but my junior and senior year I've shown myself and others what I am actually capable of, scoring mostly A's and a couple of B's. I did the same thing. I was like a shit student until I'm like, ah, shit, maybe I do want to go to college. I better like ace it. And it just shows you that just what a bunch of bullshit high school and K through 12 is. I've taken AP, Econ, yes. I know you're feeling about economics, a few other classes, honors to challenge myself. The results have been good, but I have a small selection for colleges. That being said, how do I fare against my peers? I am not exactly on fire, but my position is not terrible, right? I've gotten into some accredited schools, but my problem is whether or not I attend one of these state schools and hopefully switch out to the University of Massachusetts Amherst, another state school, but is much more geared towards engineering, holds students to higher requirements, but also includes advanced accounting program, or ride the 4 years of whatever state college I choose. The reason for the switch would be I would like to pursue a degree in accounting and hopefully become a CPA. Well, then what do you care about their engineering program for? If that does not work out just because of sheer boredom, I would like to try my hand in mechanical. Okay, so you want to go to that in case you need it. Better chances of success in networking are most defiantly greater for kids attending University of Massachusetts Amherst, but honors programs are also a possibility, I hope, for me in college. So would it matter if I was at the university? Honest to God, fucking crap. And I'm going to show you guys again. No paragraphs, no logic, no order. This is why I charged you an arm and a leg. I charged you extra because I knew this was going to, I mean, look, guys, this is something for everybody. I'm not a big fan of English. I'm not, in terms of it being a study or a discipline. But you need to take the time to consider who is reading it. This is just barf. You just vomited up all this. And now I gotta fucking spend my extra time trying to figure out what you're really asking. And fuck it, I hate to sound like a fucking liberal arts major and English major. If you can't communicate clearly and effectively with writing, then you're fucked. I don't care if you got a 4.0 in fucking chemical engineering. Where are we? I think an engineering job would be much more fulfilling later in life rather than being stuck in a fucking cubicle all day. I've proven to myself this year and last I am capable of applying myself to school, but I think engineering is a much tougher field than accounting. Yes, it is, but I pay attention, and like you said, it is hard for everyone. At what point would I switch from accounting to engineering or vice versa without wasting a shit ton of my time and money? By the way, community college is out of the question just because I need to get the fuck away from my parents' brother and live on campus at some college. What major do you think I should try, and what do you think about the whole transfer of schools? Thanks, asshole. Keep up the videos. They have not only helped me get a better understanding of the majors and perception of college, but you've helped me help a few of my best friends who are in tough spots worse than me. All right, look. Number one, I go to the community college because you don't know what the fuck you want to do. And I don't care if you got to get away from your folks. You're not getting away from your folks because your folks still pay you. And that means they still have financial strings to you. When I left, my parents had nothing. There was fucking nothing. So it wasn't like, you know, oh, I better stay here, otherwise my parents might cut the purse strings. And what was great about it, sucked. I was impoverished. I was hungry, and I won't go into how much it exactly sucked not having money. But there was one thing that was great. There was no, they're going to tell me what to do or even influence my decisions. I was a complete independent man on my own. I was a true man, a real, truly independent man. I'm not saying that for manly. It was like, no one tells me what the fuck to do. I decide. So I would go to the local community college because it's going to be cheaper on you, cheaper on your parents, and you're not going to have to commute, and you're not going to have to pay for extra lodging and all this other expense you're loading up your parents with. So go to the community college, at least for a year. And what you ought to do is while you're in high school, I don't know if it's already too late, depending on how close you are to graduation from high school, but if you haven't, take calculus. Take Calc 1 and 2. See how easy that is. And if you can't pass Calc 1 and 2, then you better go into accounting. That is the quickest, most direct route to see if you could do engineering. Because if you can't do calculus, you can't do engineering. So I don't know if you've taken calculus or not in high school. But it ain't no fucking AP Econ. Or AP History, or whatever other fucking bullshit classes they just put. The regular classes, they just put AP. That's all it is. So I would take calculus, see if you could pass it or not. And maybe you pass it. But if you're struggling with it, no, don't do engineering. You're not gonna do it. Then, once you figure they have calculus in community college, then from there decide whether you go to the University of Amherst or whatever. But at that point, if you're gonna go accounting and get a CPA, it doesn't really matter what college you go to because it's the CPA that matters. You could go to diddly fuck you and have your undergrad in accounting. No HR lady or hiring manager is going to care where you go. They're only going to care that says CPA. That is all that matters. Right? So if you're going to go the accounting route, fuck Amherst. Find the cheapest but accredited college you could go to get a bachelor's in accounting. And you also have to look to find out some states, it depends on the certification boards of the state that you're in. Some states require that you have some master's classes. Some of them even require you have a couple years experience. So you may want to consider moving out of state. It all depends. You got to do the research yourself. But my point is, assuming it's only a bachelor's degree and maybe a couple master's classes, do that on the cheap at the shittiest, cheapest fuck school you could find as long as it's accredited. Then go sit for your CPA exam, then you got your CPA, and you've saved yourself a ton of money, you saved your parents a ton of money, probably saved yourself a lot of time too. If for whatever reason you can handle calculus, yeah, then try engineering. And if at any time you're starting to get C's and D's and you're trying, none of this freshman, sophomore, high school year bullshit, like you're trying your all and you still can't get it, yeah, then accounting is a good backup. But don't be going to these high-end, oh, Dad, Mom, pay for my lodging. Oh, Dad, Mom, pay for my groceries. Dad, Mom, pay for more tuition. No. Hey, Dad, Mom, I just need a CPA. Let's do this on the cheap. Anyway, that's all I recommend. Tell your family, friends about Asshole Consulting. Go to assholeconsulting.com. Toodles.